Hello, everybody. Welcome to Get Connected. Get Connected is a 30-minute web conference series focusing on CU Answers management services and the people who drive them. I am your host, Julie Gessner, and today I am joined by Peter Myers from the CU Answers marketing team. He is our manager for marketing here at CU Answers. So, Pete, let's get down to it. Do you like Peter or Pete?
I go by both. My mom has always called me Peter, and my dad has always called me Pete, so I'm both my whole life.
So whatever I call you, right?
Yep.
Well, we're going to go for Pete today.
Okay,
so I like Pete. So we're going to go for that. Pete, tell us what it is that you do here at CU Answers.
So I wear a few hats, I guess. I do a lot of design work, a lot of administrative work, a lot of coordinating things, but it's all under the realm of marketing. So whether that's advertising or promotions or any type of design work for collateral for both inside CU Answers and for our clients.
You do that all by yourself?
No, so we have a team. So there's an entire web services team that works with us, and that's probably between 6 to 10 of us. And then there is another designer on our staff, Megan, and then David Danstra is the vice president of marketing.
So how does that work? So you mentioned marketing and web services. Are they separate teams?
Yes and no. So technically my nameplate when I first got hired still says web services. So we were originally all kind of lumped in and we did some of the marketing under the web services name. Now we sort of split it apart. We're both. So we are different and the same. We all sort of wear different hats on different projects, but we're all together.
Sure. So you kind of ultimately you have the same goal, right?
Absolutely.
And then a lot of times, even though our work is separate, there's still one where we're operating the same goals. Mm-hmm. So our services often cross over each other.
Right.
And many, many times is web services proper and marketing proper.
Absolutely.
Would that be kind of the right way to explain all that?
For sure.
So tell me about marketing. What is the purpose of marketing?
Well, so from inside CU Answers, we look at marketing as a cross between sales, promotion, and advertising are probably the three pillars of how we see marketing. So we're doing anything that either someone from inside this building, we consider them a client of ours as well, and also outside the building. So if someone is looking for us to help create a document that promotes a product or service, or they already have for instance, they want to promote auto loans. We consider all of that marketing. So, you know, whether it's the look of it, whether it's the message of it, how we're communicating it, you know, we're doing anything that you need in terms of that general overview of marketing. So a lot of it ends up being focused more on the message and the design, the look and feel of things like that. So there's a lot of design elements that go into it, but then we're tying in usually branding or all of those types of look and feel aspects as well into the pieces.
Right. So you talked about promotional materials. How is that different than a reference material?
Typically we're not as technical. So if we are putting something together, we will help the technical writers here sometimes, but most of the time we're trying to give you just a high-level overview of something. Today, our strategy is now to put more information on the web, less into a designed brochure piece. So the brochure piece is meant to give you enough information to spark your interest to then go to the web if you want to do a deep dive.
So I'm a credit union, and I want to know more about what it is a brand or a product does. Mm-hmm. I can then, or about the team, that is more of what you're creating, right? And then the CU Answers or CU-based proper reference material is the high level. Here's how it works. Here's what switches to turn on and off. And here's how processing in a matter of fact works.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, good. So where do I find that information?
So
give it to me.
Well, so really like if you want to just see us as a whole, go to CUAnswers.com. Basically, CUAnswers.com for the most part is the marketing aspect of CU Answers. So if you go out there and you look at an overview page of, let's say, imaging solutions, we've helped build the imaging solutions page, the look and feel of it, a lot of the materials that go onto it, until you get into something that looks more like a technical document. And then you're gonna have a pretty good sense of where maybe that defined line is between us making some more of the glossy promotional materials versus the more flat technical doc.
Right. So you really just clearly described the work in this, like I call it spillover, between marketing and web services.
Yeah.
Right? It's really clearly defined as go to the web and you'll see what we do.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So each team is involved in doing that work.
Yeah, since I've been here, we've really made a strong push to go all digital with marketing. We do a little bit.
Check it out. Yeah, visitors, please do that. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we do still do some print. There is demand for print, but it's much smaller than it was even just 5 to 10 years ago now.
Yeah. So tell me more about the store.
Yeah, so the store launched a couple years ago now, but we do, the web services team along with marketing helped put it together. So it's really an online shopping experience. You can buy all kinds of products and services. Some of them are free, so it's really more of a, even though you're going through the purchasing motions, you're really just signing up for certain things. But it's getting everybody in the groove of going out there and shopping for it, reading, learning, and if you want, then agreeing to essentially purchase or buy or agree to go forward with something. From the marketing side of it, we're able to promote products differently. We're able to help the teams communicate some of their product or their service or the message that they want to say about their product differently on the store. So it's a whole new aspect of a website for us that allows the same thing we sold on fewAnswers.com or talked about on fewAnswers.com really to now be sold on the store with a different message and a different tone. And it's been great for us to go through those motions.
Yeah, and I think the credit union perspective for me, I'm a user, right? And I'm going to help people use the products in the store as my role here at fewAnswers. One of the things I really love is, I think you kind of hit on it a little bit, is shopping at your leisure. Right? It's the order process. I can shop and I can look inside of each product or service that it is that I'm curious about and really truly get curious about it.
Right.
And so I can link to some of the other collateral materials, the reference materials from the actual product in the store.
Yeah.
And I really like that focus. I think it makes our experiences easier to navigate through our network.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
Web of people inside of fewAnswers. So I think it makes it for the user much an ease of shopping and entry points into our crazy place that we love to call our fewAnswers network. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun too. So if you haven't shopped our store yet, please get out there and do that. Hey, tell me about how some of the ways you stay connected to all of the various brands here at fewAnswers. I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of things that we're doing, and there's a lot of things that you have to know at least a little bit about in order to help make those collaterals. How do you stay connected?
Well, it's really just keeping your ear to the grindstone a lot, staying connected to the team leaders of those teams, trying to listen to what they're saying, and it's keeping an open ear to what is happening. So marketing is fortunate to be invited to a lot of those meetings, so we feel we need to attend them oftentimes in order to know. If we don't, we go to those experts on each of those teams and we just talk to them. We try to figure out what they're doing, how we can help, what they need, so we can understand the product, because it's impossible for us to market at all, let alone well, if we don't know what they're selling or how it works.
Yeah, and for our credit unions watching today, I think that's a really good piece of advice, really, is get connected to all the team leaders here at fewAnswers, right? And live in their lives and ask questions. And you're invited to do that as well. There's a document online called Who's Who, and it's a listing, basically a telephone directory of all the, what I like to call brand managers here at fewAnswers, and executive staffing committees and things that we're doing, getting connected to those individuals and get connected, and that's what we're calling. But yeah. For folks watching, go out and grab the Who's Who document. Just go out to fewAnswers.com, and there's a search button in the right-hand corner of your screen, and you'll just type in Who's Who. That's the easiest way to find it. Otherwise, go to Solutions and hover over CMS. Click that, and you'll find that document right away. But that's a wonderful piece to have, so great advice on that. Tell me about what you do for our credit union.
So we have 3 major services that we do, but then we have a 4th, which I'll start with first, is we will do anything custom, anything somebody wants, we're willing to help. So if that means they have a totally new idea, or it's just a really tiny little tweak of a design or something like that, you can call us. Marketing will help you no matter what. We're happy to always be in touch with any of the clients at CU Answers, not just ones that are using us on a regular basis in order to provide the service. That's why we're here. The 3 big services we do, one is called Cooperative Campaigns, and that is a annual program where you can sign up for the entire year, and we will give you 12 campaigns. They run 1 a month. They're all focused on something a little different. So some of them are auto loans, or sign up for our Facebook page, or download our mobile app. And so those run for a full 1 month cycle, and they're meant to be pretty much set it and forget it. So we serve the product across all of your channels. So if you want a website, or your mobile app, or your map site, your Facebook page, we have different materials that go across all of those different pieces, including actually some digitally downloadable, like printed materials that you could then print in-house yourself. You can also buy those per month. So I think they're about $250 a month, and you can just buy the ones you want. So if you want 2 or 3, you could just buy those. If you wanted the entire annual program, I believe you get a discount of, I think it's about $500 off. Okay. So it's basically buy 10, get the last 2 free. The second product we have, which is similar to the Cooperative Campaigns, but it's called our Contest. And this is really where we take 4 different products or services and manage it as a contest. So, for instance, one of them is sign up for eStatements. So that's where the credit union markets this contest to their members. So you're going to run, hey, sign up for eStatements and get entered to win a thing. A lot of times it's under $500. So it'll be like an iPad, or we've done a drone, or a hoverboard, or we even gave a kayak away one time. Yeah, right. They're really fun gifts. I mean, we've had a couple big TVs and Xboxes and all kinds of stuff. So, and so those run for, like, for instance, a quarterly, but it's January and February, and then we're off for the month of March, and then we run them again in April and May, and off in June, and so on and so forth. So the third one is running right now in July and August, and then we'll be off in September. And so the final one you can still sign up for will be in October and November. And those are completely free. We buy a gift or a prize, and we'll send it out to 1 winner across the entire network. If your credit union would want their own prize, we will help coordinate with you what the prize is, whatever, and then we can pick a winner just out of your credit union, and allow you to go and award a prize just to your credit union as well. So that's our highest participation level product from the marketing team. And then our final one is a newsletter service, where we will do a quarterly newsletter. We have a fully custom option that lets you kind of do whatever you want. Tell us what you want, we'll make it happen. Or we have a templated one, and it's $750 for the entire year. That does not include any printed material, but that's the digital option, and then we will coordinate printing for you, but the credit union has to pay the printing costs for however they want to do that. We'll work with statement processors and get those newsletters all plugged in wherever they need to go. And all of those things are all, you can do the research and purchase those on the store at store.cuanswers.com.
Let's go back a little bit on the campaigns, the annual versus I can purchase it annually or monthly, right? Or as a series. So maybe if I don't want all 12 months, but I want 3 of those months, I could sign up for whatever those months are.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I could sign up by month, so as a monthly service, right?
Yep.
Or I could, can I mix them up? So if I order 4 at a time, could I just order, mix them up, whatever I wanted to do?
So no, so they are, the first year we're running this, they're set, so like the February campaign has to run in February.
Right.
There's too many different pieces of the puzzle, from the online banking team to the mobile app team to all of those different teams that we have to be able to coordinate together. So if we're gonna run you should sign up for Facebook in February, that's when all of the teams are locked and loaded for that.
So if I'm signing up for 4, I'm signing up for those specific months.
Yes.
Right? They're called cooperative campaigns. I think you kind of hit on something exciting there. There's lots of teams involved, right?
Yeah.
And I think the word cooperative in nature for campaigns, in my mind, describes the inter-networks that we're able to utilize for the credit union.
Absolutely.
Right? So that all these pieces and teams that are partnered in order to execute its entire campaign as a whole is done for them.
Yeah,
it's
sometimes hard for us to even calculate all of the time it possibly takes to coordinate something. So, for instance, we make that Facebook campaign, there's research on, well, what should it look like, how should it be done, and then actually designing it, actually creating all of the materials, and then deploying it, not only just to our other teams who then actually deploy it onto the products for those specific credit unions. It's a lot of effort. And so for us to have it all coordinated ahead of time, it really is the collaborative work together that brings that price actually down to that $250. Right. Because if we just tried to ask every team to estimate their time and energy on some of those, if it was a one-off product for one credit union, nobody would probably be doing it.
Yeah, our pricing would be just so high that we couldn't afford to do that. And the cooperative nature of business that we are so wonderful about, right? That's the advantage for the credit unions to take advantage of those, because you can do it so inexpensively and timely.
And part of this too is we always would love feedback from a credit union on what campaigns would you like to see, what would you like other people to do. We do our best to research it and try to give the best options to the network, but we're always open to more ideas because we feel like sometimes we're pulling our hair out trying to make everybody happy. So if you have something you want, make sure you tell us.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked about contests. Let's talk about that a little bit more. When a credit union participates in a contest,
yep.
What are they really getting? Are they getting marketing collaterals that they can send and put on social media? Are they getting tracking? Are they reporting? What does that look like?
Yeah, so we partner with Extend on the query running. So that's sort of the tracking, figuring out who's doing it. So they run a couple months prior to the campaign. For instance, if it's e-statements again, they'll run a couple queries prior to it, get all of the numbers on, okay, well, how many people were already in e-statements? And then they'll track it again during the 2 months that it's on. And if you request that, I believe they can provide you with the analytics there of, what were the different numbers. In terms of the materials, we give you a Facebook graphic, you get it on the OBC, you get it on your website, you get it on a mobile app, you get it on your website. There's probably a few more things I'm not even thinking of. And then on top of it, we give you digital materials that are made to be printed. We just know we didn't get enough print participation actually to make it a cooperative value to print low numbers and then distribute them out to the clients. So now we just provide them with print-ready materials that they can take off and print either in-house or go somewhere to print them.
If our visitors could raise their hands, I would be asking all of you, raise your hand if you've participated, and if you haven't, why not? Because it's really easy. It's the easiest thing you could do all year long, and quarterly, right?
Yep, and you can sign up all at once. You can sign up whenever you want. They're 100% free. You literally just have to sign up. We do all the rest of the work. We'll send you a graphic. If for instance, the web services team doesn't manage your website, you'll have to put that graphic on your website. But even if you didn't put it on your website, your credit union is still entered in that contest. And so all your members who sign up for e-statements, even not knowing there was a contest going on, they could still win. So there's literally no reason not to sign up for it.
And credit unions are having a lot of fun with them. I've noticed some of them send you what they've done and some of the ways that they participated in. It's fun to watch. So if you're not sure exactly what to do, then it would be a great idea to give Pete a call and ask, what do I do? How do I get started? What have other credit unions done as well?
Yeah.
So Pete, tell me, is there a calendar? Have you set the calendar for the year?
Not yet. So
Okay.
we are setting it up right now. We always like to get that out right early in the fall. So we'll probably have that in the next month or two. We'll have that all announced to the whole network.
So we should stay tuned for like client news announcements,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So folks, if you're not receiving our email messages from CU Answers Client News, let me know, Julie Gessner, and I will help you get connected to those announcements as well. So just shoot me an email or give me a call at extension 131 and we can get you signed up for that.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about newsletters. I didn't know you could print them. Well, you could arrange to have them printed.
Yeah, so we have several vendors we'll go out to and get quotes and print and have them all. So we'll have them printed. We'll actually have some sent to the location of the credit union so they can have some in their branches. And then we also arrange to have them distributed directly to the statement processors.
Okay.
And so then we can just coordinate and have them stuffed and inserted into all of the statements and send them out that way as well.
Okay, but if I don't choose to print, then what? Is it where?
Yeah, so we will give you a digital copy. So a lot of times those clients will coordinate with web services. If, again, the web services team manages their website, we'll put it out on their website. A lot of our credit unions have a newsletter section,
okay.
I guess you'd say. And so we will put that out on their website and then help them communicate if they need to distribute that out so that their members know that it's out there.
In the world of marketing, I'm envisioning this checklist the credit unions in front of them, and it has all their delivery channels like web and print and statements and all those places that they would go and communicate to them.
Yeah.
Check mark, check.
Absolutely, yep.
How cool is that, guys?
Yeah.
So to participate with those things and ask a lot of questions there. How do I sign up for all those things?
You can go to the store.cuanswers.com and under the solutions tab, go down to marketing, and they should be in the top 5 right there at the top of our options.
Or presumably on our cuanswers.com, they can connect to marketing.
Absolutely, yeah. You go straight to cuanswers.com. It'll take you right over to the store, and then you can sign right up for them. You can also always just email marketing@cuanswers.com. That goes to my whole team, and we can get in touch with you.
So, a question everybody wants to know: why marketing for you? What drives your passion?
Well, I went through school for computer science, but then I was always more on the art and design side. So I just always been pretty artistic. I do a lot of art, so it sort of just led through web design into all the marketing design, and going through design brought in all the messaging and the branding and the bigger picture of all that. And so it's just been a real organic, natural chain of baby steps, to get here.
I said yesterday to somebody that, I think at CU Answers, when I look at all the talented people around me, I think everybody's a genius. Seriously, everybody's a genius that works here. So connect to my genius feet. But I say that for you because, I recall the day before you were here, before you and Dave came to CU Answers, and I would sit for hours trying to create a collateral piece or some marketing collaterals for a service. And now I ask for them and poof, it's like a magic wand, and here it is. So really, you guys, connect to the marketing team. If you're at all in need of any of those types of services, they're really able to assist. So I encourage you to do that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just a wonderful thing. So thank you.
Yeah, no,
for all of that hard work.
That's why we're here. We like to help. So
Awesome.
Good.
All right, so I can't believe a half hour has passed just almost already. So we have questions that everybody is dying to have answers to.
Great.
So I know, right? It's exciting. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word, I don't know if I have a favorite word. I have a favorite, I always say that if I did an autobiography, the title of my autobiography would be Path of Least Resistance. So it's more than one word, but I'm always looking for what is the way to get through this with the least problems. And so I don't know what the right word I can pick out of that. Maybe path is the right word. I don't want to say resistance, but I think I'm just a fun, happy, joyful person too. So any of those types of words would probably describe me or be a good word I would like.
Wonderful. So what's your favorite song?
Oh man, that's a tough one too. My favorite song. I don't know if I have a favorite song. My favorite song. Right now, I guess I would say I have 2 daughters. I also have 2 sons, but my 2 daughters like to dance, and so I will slow dance or slow jive with them to the song "My Girl" from The Temptations. So
it's got to be a favorite.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It involves my children. It's got to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Right. Everything revolves around the kids.
Yeah. And last question: who are your mentors?
Oh, my mentors. Well, one here in the building for sure is David Damstra. He is the Vice President of Marketing and Web Services. So I work with him closely on all kinds of stuff, and we were able to really bounce ideas off each other. Another is Tony Muka. He works here. He's on the Web Services team. Tony and I are childhood friends, so it's really funny that we,
I didn't know that.
yeah, we were best men in each other's weddings all before we worked here. So kind of crazy that the stars aligned and we were able to work here together. But we work closely, and then the third is probably still my father. That's probably a cliche answer that a lot of people say, but I look up to him. He's able to give me a lot of advice and things. So he's helped guide me through my life up to this point, so it's been good.
Wonderful. Well, what a fun, energetic team you guys are, seriously. So, folks, if you haven't connected to Pete or the marketing team or web services, reach out, check out the store, and ask a lot of questions. We sure do look forward to hearing from you. That wraps up today's session. Already 1/2 hour has passed. So thank you for attending, and we look forward to seeing you again at Get Connected next month. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.